Edmond, Oklahoma, the 5th most populated city in the state of Oklahoma, but probably more known for being one of the richest, if not the richest town in the state. They only come in at number 15 for average income, but if you compare that to the rest of the population sizes of everyone else on the list, you can clearly see where Edmond stands. Now, I will admit that Edmond already has one college, but considering UCO refuses to spell Bronco correctly, that will be the only mention of them this entire series. So instead, I bring you the Edmond State Scissor-Tails. Now, the Scissor-Tail is the state bird of Oklahoma, which is the obvious choice for this mascot, but I am excited to show you guys this team, and we are going to be absolutely awful. The very first thing we're going to go over is head coach Samuel Knight. I did decide to go with the recruiter archetype just because that seems to be the best one in the game, and because quarterback is the most important position on the team, we have decided to go with that as our first upgrade point. Now, obviously, I don't get to pick our coordinators here in our very first season, but our offensive coordinator is Jarrett Ellsworth, an elite recruiter. He has a lot more into the recruiting tab, including into this stuff down here, the elite recruiter, which is a little bit weird to see. I did not notice that the first time I looked at it, but then he also has a little bit up here in motivator, and that is just a couple spots into running back and offensive line. Our defensive coordinator is Alex Gary, who is a scheme guru, but does have a little bit into the recruiter tab as well. Just one into defensive line and a couple into defensive back, but mostly he is down here in the scheme guru tab, where he has several on the defense unlocked, and then even down here he has some of these guys unlocked. Obviously, this team, though, is not going to be very good. We are going to go over the entire roster, but just so you can see this, our best player is a senior middle linebacker and Warren Middlebrooks, who is a 79 overall, and past him is our punter at a 77 in JJ Marler. But it all starts at the quarterback position, and that will be senior Colt Snyder, who comes in as a 70 overall. We will obviously have to get a new quarterback following this season or roll with one of the backups. And speaking of his backups, that will be Jason Queen, who is a junior at a 64 overall. Then we have Darren Feely, who is a 59 overall sophomore. Then we have a couple freshmen who I have redshirted, and Hunter Fain, who is a 55, and then Terrell Duval, who is a 53. Running back Dylan Turner is not our best running back on the team in terms of overall, but he is the fastest, which is why he will be our starter and our main running back for this season. And he will come in as a 69 overall as a junior. His backup will be 72 overall Troy Walker. Then we have Amari Leon, who is a 59 overall junior, Jaden Swain, who is a 55 overall sophomore, Marvin Sanders, who is a 53 overall sophomore, and then we have Dante Strait, a 45 overall true freshman who I have redshirted. And honestly, if I can get any other running backs in the portal or in recruiting, he is probably not going to make the team. Our one and only fullback on the roster is a 69 overall in Steven Duke, who is a junior. The receiver room might honestly be one of the weakest points of this team. We do have a 76 overall senior and wide receiver Ty Mays, but only has 87 speed. Then we have a 72 overall junior in Dominique Speed, but once again, not much speed, only an 87. Bo McKnight is a 67 overall sophomore with 88 speed. Then we have Zamir Rowe, a 66 overall freshman, only 84 speed, so he is not going to be a burner. Then we get 63 overall John Hart at receiver, who is a true freshman, a 62 overall in Taven Smalls, a 59 overall in Ben Fowler. We did redshirt Alex Sermon this year, but he's a 59 overall freshman. Then we have a 55 overall sophomore in Steve Peters. And I know I just said the receiver room is probably one of the weaker points of the team, but tight end is far worse. 62 overall Duke Jones, a junior, is going to be our best one. Besides him, we have a 50 overall in Ben Rhodes, a 47 in Chip Cole, a 44 in Dion Earl, and a 44 in Trevor Yates. But our offensive line is probably going to get someone killed. Teron Atkins is our best left tackle at a 65 overall. Now, he is a sophomore, so we still have some time to develop. At left guard, we have a 69 overall junior in Rylan Tobin. At center, we do have a 70 overall senior in Dylan Ham. Great last name for a center. But honestly, he's probably one of our better linemen. At right guard, we do have Jamichael Lane, who is a 73 overall junior. So hopefully we can convince him to come back and he doesn't transfer away after we are probably just a terrible team. And at right tackle, a 72 overall junior in Sam Henderson. Now we get to move over to the defensive side of the ball, and there is some talent over here on this side. and ratings-wise, it's actually a bit better than the offense, and that starts at left end with 71 overall junior Nick Ortiz. Behind him, there will be a 65 overall in Sean Tobin, a 60 overall in Sean Waller, and then a 54 overall in Colin Jordan, who I did redshirt. We have an okay left end, as you just saw, but our right ends are not really that good. A 64 overall Nikki Wolf will most likely be the starter. Then a 62 overall freshman in Brett Wilkes, a 61 overall sophomore in Allen Redfield, and a 57 in Emmett Wall, who I did redshirt as well. In the interior of the defensive line, we begin with a 66 overall junior in DeMarcus Roseboom, a 66 overall senior in Logan Fowler. We do have Cam Toon, who is a 60 overall sophomore, but he is redshirted. I will go into that here in just a minute. Following him, we have a 58 overall sophomore in CJ Mayer, a 56 overall freshman in Taven Wade, and a 54 overall freshman in Austin Luna. Now, Cam Toon is only a 60 overall, and I did redshirt him as a sophomore, but the reason behind that is because his development trait is listed as star, so I am hoping he can actually become decent for next season. Moving on to the next unit of the defense, we start at left outside linebacker, where there is a 72 overall junior in Marlon Worthy, one of the better players we have on defense. I'm excited to see him this season. Then we have Tevin Carden, who is a 63 overall junior, and then a couple true freshmen in 61 overall Devin Payne and 58 overall Eric Free. Over at right outside linebacker, we're not near as strong there. Our starter will most likely be James Anger, who is a 68 overall senior. Then we have Marco Goodwin, who is a 63 overall sophomore. Following him is Devin Redmond, a 60 overall junior. And then we have a redshirted John Brink, who is a true freshman at a 59 overall. Next up is our defensive captain, Warren Middlebrooks, a senior middle linebacker who's coming in with a 79 overall. And I'm really hoping he can somewhat lead the defense this season. Behind him, I don't think there's a lot actually. Well, there is Dell Slade, who is a junior at a 70 overall. So once Middlebrooks leaves, if we can keep Slade, he should still fill in pretty nicely. Then we have a 66 overall in Jermaine Bain as a sophomore, and a true freshman that I have redshirted in Wes Spears, who's going to start as a 59. Our number one corner this season will be a 71 overall senior in Russell Westbrooks. Now, these names are from an auto-generated class because if you just click the Cupcake roster, you get a bunch of regular names. So I like that name, obviously, being from Oklahoma, so I went ahead and took that. That will be our number one corner, but he is a senior, so he will be gone after this season. Behind him is a 69 overall junior in PJ Jones, a 69 overall junior in Tyree Casper. Then we have Jamie Truman, a 63 overall true freshman who I did redshirt, a 61 overall in Antoine Copper, who is a sophomore, if I can talk here. Then we have James Merlin, a 59 overall true freshman, also got redshirted. Then a 59 overall sophomore in Percy Hooks, and then a 52 overall freshman in Lyle Bowe. At free safety, we will start with a 71 overall junior in Marco DeMarco. Backing him up is a 66 overall in Ricky Coker, who is a sophomore. Then we get a 63 overall in Jalen Amerson, who is also a sophomore. Then we have a redshirted Peyton Walters at a 56 overall. And then the last spot on defense is strong safety Donatello Streeter, who will be a 66 overall sophomore, so we should have him for the next couple seasons. Backing him up this year is going to be Alex King, who is also a 66 overall but is a senior, and then a redshirted Josh Pryor, who is only a 60 overall. We actually end up with two kickers to start this team, which is pretty interesting. We have senior Josh Gideon, who is a 66 overall, and then we have true freshman Jason Smith, who is only a 59. I have redshirted him, but I'm going to try to get a kicker in recruiting, but recruiting is going to be a little bit difficult in the first season at least. And then you've already seen our punter whenever I recap the top players on the team, but we'll go over him again. It is JJ Marler, who is a 77 overall junior. And honestly, if I can move him to kicker, I might do that for next season because he seems to be a pretty solid kicker. Just a couple more quick highlights on this team. Our fastest player is going to be Dylan Turner, our starting running back. He is tied with Russell Westbrooks, but I will be counting a lot on our junior running back this season to kind of lead the offense. Now to go over what I've done in recruiting so far, it's really not a lot. We don't have a lot of guys interested in coming here. I am trying to get a few of these players, obviously, but the main one I want is Morgan Eberl. I have no idea if I said his last name right, but we were his number one interest as a 3-star gem prospect at quarterback. I would obviously love to be able to land him. Let's see what his ratings are going to start as. 88 throw power, 81 short accuracy, 81 deep, I think he would immediately be the best quarterback on our team. The next part I want to go over is our schedule for this season. Now, we are going to start in the Conference USA just because we did replace Kennesaw State, just because it was their first year in the FBS, so it doesn't really matter that we replaced them. But either way, looking at our schedule, we're going to start on the road at Ball State. Then we have our first home game against Buffalo. And I know it says Edmond, Alabama over there on the right side of the screen for some reason. I think it's just a weird glitch with Team Builder right now. But then we go on the road to James Madison. Then we have a bye week. And then a couple back-to-back home games here. We get UConn at home and Jacksonville State, followed by another bye week. And then we are at Mid-Tennessee, a home game against Liberty, at Western Kentucky, at UTEP, a home game against Sam Houston, a home game against Florida International, and then on the road at Louisiana Tech. These will be the settings that I am starting this series with. Now, if I change anything, I will let you guys know. But right now, we're going to be on Heisman level difficulty. I did make it where we cannot get fired just because I think our contract wants 4 wins. I really don't know if we're going to get that or not. But we are going to be going with 11-minute quarters. I have accelerated clock turned on, and it'll take us down to 15 seconds on the play time. But we are going to be doing play the moments in this series. This is not going to be one where I play every single down. For the slider set, I decided to go with Mat 10s. I've been testing them for a while, and honestly, they are a lot of fun. There's not a lot of huge changes in here. Mostly the interceptions bumped down to 35. Feels really, really good. On the other difficulties, or whenever you bump this up, it feels like any mistake is just going to get picked every single time. I believe the only thing I've changed here is his injuries are set to 30. I have set mine to 25. But with all that out of the way now, it is finally time to jump into our very first game of the Edmond State Scissor-Tails Dynasty. I will warn you guys, if I have to jump in on defense in this game, which I most likely will, I am not good at defense on this. It is a really weird thing for me to learn, and I have not been good with it since the game came out, but I'm hoping to get better if that helps anybody. And of course, Ball State has driven right into our red zone first thing of the game. They would get the ball first, and now they're all the way down at our 14. We'll see if we can actually get a stop here, and we actually do. That's a loss of 4. All right, let's try to keep that up. That was a really good start for us. 2nd and 14 now. From the 17, a quick throw to the outside, and I don't think this play is going to go well. Ran right by that guy, and he gets the first down at the 1-yard line. Like I said, not good at defense on this game. I thought if I ran right into the guy, it would just tackle him, but I guess not. Now 1st and goal, handoff up the middle, and a touchdown for Ball State. It's going to take us a little bit later into this game now. It's a 3rd and 5 here in the 2nd quarter. It's still 7-0 though, so we'll take the snap. And he's going to go deep over the middle, and he finds his man. Touchdown, Ball State yet again. But now, for the first time, we will get to jump in on offense. It's a 3rd and 5 at the 45-yard line. Colt Snyder will take the snap. We're going to drop back and fire this one to our tight end, who makes the catch for the first down. It would simulate a couple more plays, and we get to jump back in for another 3rd and 5, this one at the Ball State 29. Once again, we'll drop back to the pass and try to go to our tight end, but hit as we're throwing. Incomplete, and we should get a chance for a field goal here, and we definitely will. It's going to be about a 46-yard attempt to get Edmond State's first points ever here. We'll see if I can actually nail this kick. Good accuracy, and the kick is away, and it is good, but there is a flag. Is this going to be running into the kicker, and will we get an automatic first down? Roughing the kicker, 15 yards, automatic first. Which does move us inside the red zone, so now we get to jump back in on offense from the 15-yard line. We'll drop back to the pass again and throw to our tight end for a quick and easy gain. Now it's going to be a 2nd and 7. Back in shotgun again, and Snyder will take the snap. And we're going to try to go to the end zone here. Never mind, we're getting sacked on the play. I cannot hold on to the ball that long. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 14, and we will most likely end up seeing our kicker again, but we'll see if we can actually convert this. They are bringing a blitz. We're going to go over the middle, and that's going to get intercepted. The linebacker was there waiting for it, and now we actually have to make a tackle, and we managed to. They take over at the 29, but we'll go right back to simulating. We get to come back in with a minute 25 to go in the half. We're now down 17-0. We're going to drop back to the pass and go to our tight end over the middle, who can't make the catch. I think I put way too much on it, and the revamp passing was in the red. That's going to lead to a 2nd and 10. Snyder out of shotgun. We'll drop back to pass again. We're once again going to go to our tight end, but there is a flag down. Is this one going to be defensive pass interference? I believe it is. That will move us up just a bit here, now up to the 19-yard line. A 5-wide set, and we'll take the underneath throw to our receiver. That's Ty Mays for the first down. Spin out that defender, and he gets met and brought down to the 34. The clock is still running, though. We'll come out in shotgun again and drop back to pass. Can we get this throw to the outside? It's in the red, so it gets deflected away. It is going to take me a minute to get used to a quarterback with this low accuracy. But now on second down, we'll take the quick throw over the middle, and that's going to get intercepted and possibly a pick six. No, we managed to bring him down. All right, so now we've thrown 2 interceptions. Awesome. Jumping into the second half, it is 24-0 now. We take over at the 11-yard line. Snyder will drop back. We're going to go to the end zone for our first points, and our first touchdown of the series goes to John Hart. We would apparently go for 2, but that was, I guess, not important to key moments. As we get the ball back, it's a 3rd and 3. We're down 31-8, though. Almost just garbage time here as we run a jet toss that will get nothing. 4th and 1, and can we come out for the field goal? Yes, we will. Never mind. We're actually going to go for this. Why not? Let's run another jet toss just because it's like my favorite play in the game. We are going to be giving this one to Hart. So he's going to go in motion. There's the toss to the outside. We get the first down. And Hart trying to juke people out, but we get the first anyway. We'll see if we can get one more snap off before the end of the quarter. Out of a 5-wide set. We're going to lob this one to the end zone, and that one will be caught by Mays. Touchdown Edmond State yet again. We managed to apparently score in simulation because now it's 38-20 with 3.5 minutes to go. And we're going to go to the end zone again. That one's getting picked off. They were ready for that play that time. And this might end up being a pick six. So this could have been really bad for me to jump in on. And Ball State's going to get one more touchdown. Let's just go to the end of this game. Your final score of this one, 45-20. I'm surprised we at least put up points in this game. I really didn't even expect to do that much. And I know I said I wanted to run the ball a bit in this series, but I feel like every time I got thrown in was really a passing situation, so that's what we did. Colt Snyder, 20 for 34, 243 yards, 3 touchdowns, but 4 interceptions. On the ground, Snyder was actually our leading rusher with 65 yards. Dylan Turner, 19 yards on 13 carries. Not a good start for him. John Hart, 6 for 112 and 2 touchdowns. Duke Jones, 4 for 25. And then Ty Mays also got a touchdown. Defensively, leading our team in tackles is Russell Westbrooks and Warren Middlebrooks. Both got 9. Actually, Logan Fowler's down here with 9 as well. Did we get any sacks today? No, we did not. And we did get 1 interception. That was P.J. Jones. The Ball State quarterback goes 16 of 23 for 188, 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. On the ground, their running back ran for 141 and a score. So that was probably their main point of offense, getting 6.1 yards a carry, and their backup running back got 7.4 yards a carry and a touchdown. Receiving, their best one went 3 for 58 and a score. We did manage to level up our coach in that game, though. What we're going to do is go and unlock the advanced look for wide receiver and tight end, and also the one for offensive line. Just a quick scouting update for you guys, and we only have 7 targets on the board right now. I am sending the house at literally everybody. I did manage to find a kicker, though, and he seems to be okay. I only scouted him 80% of the way, but does have 82 kick power, 77 kick accuracy. Obviously not the most kick power I could probably find, but he is one of the better kickers in this class here. I am still really working on this quarterback, and then I also forgot to mention we have a 3-star corner that we are also leading pretty heavily right now. But our next game is against the Buffalo Bulls, but it is going to be our official home opener. In the last game, it kind of stopped asking me to jump in on defense, which is understandable, but we do get to jump in here on a 3rd and 10. From the 38-yard line, we're going to bring a blitz. He's going downfield, finds his man, and he might be gone. No, we do manage to catch him down to the 5-yard line, but it is a 1st and goal. Let's just see if they want to throw me back in. They absolutely do, and I'm probably going to screw this one up. We would manage to get a stop on the first play here, but now it's a 2nd and goal from the 2. He's going to take the snap out of shotgun and throw this one to the outside. He's got a man wide open. Touchdown, Buffalo. But it does want us to just take over on offense for our first drive of the game. So from the 25-yard line, it's a handoff to Turner up the middle for a gain of 3. Actually, this isn't even our first drive of the game. I didn't even notice, but we got the ball first and I guess went 3 and out. But now in a 2nd and 7, we'll go back to Turner again. We get a 1st down run. He breaks a tackle and is brought down to the 43. Stuff like that is why I really want to count on him this year. And why not? Let's go back to him again on 1st down from the 43. We'll go right at the middle again, and this time he gets a 4-yard play. Now we will see if any of our receivers want to come open. On 2nd and 6, run the play action. I want to go to Bo McKnight, but that linebacker will make a play on it. That brings up a 3rd and 6. Colt Snyder back in shotgun again. It looks like Troy Walker is now checked into the game here at running back. We'll drop back to the pass, and we're going to go over the middle. We find Hart for the first down. Is he going to become our main receiver? Let's go back to running the ball now on 1st and 10. And it's going to be a handoff to Turner, who will go to the outside, and this time turn that into a gain of 7. Look, I got no problem running the ball right down your throat if you allow me. 2nd and 3. And Turner up the middle. We're going to get that first down. But obviously, we cannot just sit and run the ball all day. So now we'll drop back to the pass, take this throw underneath. That'll be caught, and he got hammered. All right, time for a jet toss. We're going to send Bo McKnight in motion. And we're going to give it to him to the outside. The blocking does not hold up, though, and he is met and brought down. That sets up a 3rd and 7 for Edmond State. Snyder out of a shotgun set. We're going to lob this one to the end zone for McKnight, and that one will be knocked away at the last possible second. We will have to settle for a field goal try, so we'll see if our guy can make this one. And nope, I'm pretty sure I just screwed that one up, and it's going wide right. The kicking in this game is honestly a really fun challenge, but super frustrating sometimes. And now Buffalo has driven inside the red zone here, so we will get to jump in on defense. I'm just going to control the defensive lineman and hope for the best. They give it to the running back, who goes right at the middle for the first down all the way down to the 6-yard line. Yeah, playing defense is definitely a struggle in this game, and having this bad of a team is not going to help me. So now to shotgun, they'll drop back to pass again, go into the outside, finds his man, and he gets around that defender and walks in. And when we get to jump back in again, it is 14-7, so we did manage to score a touchdown on offense, which is really cool, but now they're inside the red zone again and get a 7-yard run. So now on a 2nd and 3. Once again, control the defensive lineman so I don't take anyone out of coverage. It's a jet toss, so I get a taste of my own medicine, but he does not find the first down. All right, guys, 3rd and 1. Let's get the stop here. From the 8-yard line, I am bringing a blitz, and it's going to go right at the middle. He's going to run to the outside and get caught and brought down. We actually hold them to what should be a field goal try. All right, crowd, let's get a little bit louder here. On a 4th and 3, can they make this short attempt? The kick is away, and it is good. All right, we do not get a lot of offense in today. It's a 1st and 10 now at the 12-yard line on their next defensive drive. He's going to throw this to the outside. That is caught and steps out of bounds at the 7. All right, we're not getting a lot of offense to go in this game, so it's a 2nd and 5 as Buffalo gets the ball back. They are already inside the red zone. Now he's running to the outside, throws on the run, and finds his man once again. Touchdown, Buffalo. We get to jump into the second half here, where it's a 3rd and inches, but we finally get to jump it on offense again. So out of a 5-wide set, we'll take that quick throw to the tight end and keep this drive alive. And right after we did that, we managed to get all the way down to the 10-yard line in simulation, so it throws us right back in. We're going to send Hart in motion. It's going to be a toss play to the outside, and Hart will get met and brought down at the 4. Now on a 2nd and goal. We're going to take the snap and give this one to Turner, who goes up the middle and into the end zone. Touchdown, Edmond State. Well, we get the ball back one more time. This will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. It's still 27-14, but Turner up the middle all the way down to about the 15-yard line. You know, we may not be dead in this game just yet here. Out of a 5-wide set, we'll take the snap, and we're going to lob this one to the end zone for Mays, who will make the catch. Touchdown, ESU, and we make this a 1-score game. Unfortunately, though, we now jump into the 4th quarter, and they are in decent field position here. It's a 3rd and 5. He'll drop back to pass. He's going over the middle and overthrows everybody. So do we get to actually see them attempt a field goal? No, we don't. But we are back to simulating. And apparently we get to jump back in on defense to try to stop them again on 3rd down. Under 4 minutes to go. I really wish it would let me jump in on offense. But let's see if it lets me if we get this stop. On 3rd down, he'll drop back, go into the outside. And we do not get the stop this time. But we have another situation where we could get the ball back. It's a 3rd and 10 with 2.5 minutes to go here in the game. Obviously, letting the clock run down. It's going to be a screen to the outside. We tried to murder the quarterback, and we will stop them from getting the first. But on 4th and 2, what are they going to do? Looks like they're going to go for it or possibly kick a field goal. No, they're actually going to line up and go for this one. Why not just kick the field goal? That takes us down to the 2-minute warning. But I don't understand not kicking the field goal here unless you really, really don't trust your kicker. Well, let's see if we can get a stop here with 2 minutes to go. On a 4th and 2, he'll drop back. We're bringing a blitz. He goes over the middle, makes the catch, and do they have the first down? No, they don't. It's a turnover on downs. Please let me jump in here, and it will. So we have a chance to win this game. Colt Snyder out of shotgun. We'll drop back to pass. And we're going to go to our tight end wide open over the middle, who will make the catch all the way down to about the 45. You don't want to score too quick, but I am not going to pass up big plays. Out of a shotgun set, we'll take the snap again and take this throw to Turner, who goes over the middle for the first down, trying to make people miss, brought down at the Buffalo 37. Now about a minute and a half to go. Snyder back in shotgun again, we'll drop back to pass, and we're going to take this running lane right up the middle and slide down for a gain of about 8. Obviously, that will keep the clock moving, down to about a minute 15 to play now. We'll drop back and look to go deep downfield. Screw it, we're going for our tight end, and the lead, and it's knocked away. That sets up a 3rd and 2 now for Edmond. Snyder will take the snap, a quick throw, and that really should have been intercepted. Well, I think most of our chances come down to this on a 4th and 2. Time to run my favorite play, the jet toss to the outside. The blocking holds up just long enough for Hart to get the first down, make that man miss, and get brought down near the 20. I actually want to see if they are expecting a run play at all as we give it to Turner up the middle, who makes people miss and will get met and brought down for a gain of 7. He fought all the way down to the 12-yard line. So it brings up a 2nd and 3. And I see nobody lined up on wide receiver Dominique Speed, so we're going to try this real fast. A quick throw, and that's going to get intercepted. They baited me right into that. It did not let me jump in on defense, but it has let me jump in here. With 20 seconds to go, we are going to get the ball back. Smalls is back to return this at about the 50-yard line, and he's going to get met and brought down. One weird note before this play. I don't know why the 50-yard line is blue. I don't remember setting that, but I definitely could have, but whatever. 1st and 10 from the 49. We're just going to have to deal with it in this entire series. We're going to go deep down the right side this time. Can he make the catch? It's tipped in the air and almost intercepted. Try this again with 8 seconds remaining. Another 5-wide set. We're going to draw back and let this one go deep down the sideline, but that one's going to go out of bounds. 3 seconds left. And do we just have to throw up a Hail Mary and hope for the best? I think we do. But I do not know if Colt Snyder has the arm power for this. So out of a shotgun set, we'll take the snap and try to get rid of this at the last second. Hit as he's throwing, and that is how we will lose this game by a final score of 27-21. We fought hard in this one. We had a chance to win. I made a bad read. The safety jumped the route, and we fall to 0-2. And I forgot to take a look at these stats before I actually left the game, but Colt Snyder goes 17 for 28, 159 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. On the ground, Dylan Turner did a lot better today, 23 carries for 128 yards and a score, and then Ty Mays had 154-yard touchdown on the ground, which is a little bit weird. That had to have been in simulation. But receiving-wise, it doesn't look like anyone did anything too crazy, but Ty Mays did manage to catch a touchdown there as well. Leading our team in tackles today is going to be Warren Middlebrooks yet again, but this time he's tied with Donatello Streeter, our starting safety. We did manage to get a couple sacks in today's episode, one from Del Slade, one from Nick Ortiz, but we did get no interceptions. And the Buffalo quarterback CJ Ogbonna goes 23 of 29 for 218 and 3 touchdowns. On the ground, the running back ran for 98 yards on 15 carries, and then receiving, apparently JJ Jenkins was a monster today, 7 for 97, and then Barksdale got a couple touchdowns along with Morrow. We also managed to upgrade our coach just one more time, so let's go ahead and get this most influential on quarterbacks and then the advanced look on running back now. And it says we still have 5 more, but we definitely don't. Alright, there it goes. It finally disappeared. That was a little bit weird. But that is going to wrap up the very first episode of the Edmond State Scissor-Tails Dynasty. In the next episode, we will pick up here in week 3 as we try to get our first win on the year by traveling to James Madison.